coming, and you don't know if the next man is coming. Survival of the fittest, what it is. I got your back, you got my back, and that's the biz. Blood is rushing through my veins, I got the power. Channel the energy, and with my strength I will devour. Shouldn't thoughts is running through my head. That's when I realize I'm glad I'm not dead. Corruption and abuse, the salesman of our blood. For the public's craving, existence in the dark. It's in our nature to destroy ourselves. It's in our nature to kill ourselves. It's in our nature to kill each other. It's in our nature to kill, kill, kill. It was a dream and then it hit me. Reality struck and now my life is all shifty. And all moves fast, close to $150. We all stand strong in respect to the family in terms of insanity. Into words of profanity, I describe our dysfunctional family. Blood brothers keep it real to the end. Deeper than I thought you think, not a trend. Corruption and abuse, the salesman of our blood. For the public's craving, existence in the dark. It's in our nature to destroy ourselves. It's in our nature to kill ourselves. It's in our nature to kill each other. It's in our nature to kill, kill, kill. It's in our nature to destroy ourselves. It's in our nature to kill ourselves. It's in our nature to kill each other. It's in our nature to kill, kill, kill. Again and again. Corruption and abuse, the salesman of our blood. For the public's craving, existence in the dark. It's in our nature to destroy ourselves. It's in our nature to kill ourselves. It's in our nature to kill each other. It's in our nature to kill, 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 kill. It's in our nature to destroy ourselves. It's in our nature to kill ourselves. It's in our nature to kill each other. It's in our nature to kill.
What is it really? What's going on here? You got the system for total control. Now is there anybody out there? Now watch yourself for you, cause we can't go. What is it really that is in your head? One little life that you had just died. I'm gonna be the one that's taking over. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? Got it, I'm ready to go. What you gonna do, baby, baby? You going with me? Got it, I'm going with you. That's the end of all time. What is it really that motivates you? The need to fly or this fear to stop? I'll go along. Then you realize when we get there, I see 9 or 10 drop. Now who's the light and who is the devil? You can't decide, so I'll be your guide. And one by one they will be chosen. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? Got it, I'm ready to go. What you gonna do, baby, baby? You going with me? Got it, I'm going with you. That's the end of all time.
You are a robot.
E-Gaming Bets. We accept bets on computer games online since 2011. Referral system for regular users and the first deposit bonus. Gaming devices store and the best choice of payment systems. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Counter-Strike and StarCraft, World of Tanks and League of Legends. EGB.com. You know for sure who's going to win.
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck! What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
Good evening, Counter-Strike fans around the world. Thank you for joining us. We are, of course, here for the second last night of American CounterPit. Both of these two teams vying for that first place prize, which, of course, is that trip to the LAN finals in Croatia. But we don't have much time to dilly-daddle here, Pete, because the match is about to go live. My co-caster for the night is PDG. Pete, how are you?
Mate, I'm good, but I'm also pretty worried about Winterfox here, of course. This is one of their last games, and they must win 2-0 in order to keep their competition hopes alive, making it to Croatia. And interestingly enough, Nick, Winterfox chose map DE Train as the first map, which you know is a pretty standard affair, picking a map to start. But what's not standard is picking a map that you are 0-7 on in the course of your history with Winterfox. So I think it's 3 to 4 months that they've been with the Winterfox organization. Yes. And in 3 to 4 months, they're 0-7 on Train. So one can only think that this is a bold pick that is more focused around the lack of experience for Team AGG on this map.
Well, you'd hope so, certainly, wouldn't you? Because otherwise, I mean, knowing that your tournament lives are on the line, you've got to have something going for you. But like you're saying, over the last few months, they've lost to Splice, CLG, Complexity, Luminosity, Renegades, you name it. They are yet to get a win on the board. I think, like you're saying, AGG, they are a new team in the sense that they've only just been picked up. They were the former SKDC team, but Apparition's got game are now making their way into the competitive Counter-Strike scene for the first time, which is wonderful to see. I think they've really given a great showing of themselves so far in the first two matches, but for them, it's more so, I think, of trying to, I guess, maximise some of that star talent that they do have in their team pick. We've seen players such as Twists, Invert, Guru at times as well, really step up and go absolutely ballistic in their first two games so far, and they've got some good results, taking down Splice and Enemy at one map apiece.
Well, I mean, in terms of player personnel, Twists is 16 years old, I believe, so he's still wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac as he joins the server and tries to frag. So the kid is really going to have to be he's going to have to grow into a man for Team AGG in this series and moving forward for this new and exciting roster. But Nick, we will jump straight into the action here as we see Team AGG taking on Winterfox here in a do-or-die game for Winterfox. Of course, AGG still have a few more games under their belt, so not as much pressure on them, but every single game in this format of CounterPit counts for so much. So both teams will be fighting as hard as they can to get this done, and now we see AGG progressing inside nicely, and they'll take that fight and make their way down low ramp before smoking that off. And just waiting a moment, Ruru showing a little bit of hesitation, but now they go down and commit to that smoke. It will be one of the Winterfox players there trying to hold on to inside, but he'll go down straight away. Invert and Ruru opening up nicely before Lex is able to reply onto Ruru and try and hold this together here for Winterfox, but it's a patchy start before Anger takes down Invert, and it's all left up to Ocean and Els to try and get it done. And Els picking up one. Can he get the second? He can't. XP3, the French import, getting it done, and now it's a 2 versus 1. But the last terrorist alive will go down. Anger, good patience there shown by Winterfox as they will get on the bomb and defuse that one. The Frenchman picking up the defuse, and 1-0 to Team Winterfox.
Good start for the guys. I actually didn't mind the execute there from AGG. Some of those low ramp smokes that they did throw were quite deep, which actually allowed them to push past that low ramp train and catch Desi off guard there behind the bomb train. Of course, Desi is trying to play games with us by writing his name almost upside down if you were to turn your head 180 degrees the other way around. So good start from Winterfox, not having any prior winning experience on this map. They'll be happy to start off on that strong foot. Like you said, they must win 2-0 tonight, and they are a very heavy momentum-based team. We've seen them, when they start to string rounds together, the decision-making improves, the communication improves. So for these guys, it is important that they keep that momentum going.
Yeah, for Winterfox, they've been more or less loser Fox on train as opposed to Winterfox. But 0-7's not great, but they've started 1-0 here, which is all that's important for them tonight as the T's will make their way in. Team AGG once again smoking that low ramp and trying to make this work for them, running instant. They should be able to buy up next round. So all in all, an effective eco there from Team AGG.
Yeah, I've just realised why Winterfox have chosen this map, Pete. It's because Team AGG clearly only have one strategy. I think that's what they're banking on. We've seen them do the same thing 2 rounds in a row. Successful in the sense that they did get 2 plants, so their economy will be quite promising moving into this round though. But crucially, I think one of the stars that we spoke of, Invert, wasn't able to afford an AWP himself. But having said that, I've just noticed that Ruru did purchase it himself and has shuffled it around, so it is in the hands of that young talent himself as well. So on a map like Train, Pete, having an AWP in hands with those the long distance that it does provide and those lanes in which you can pick down with an AWP can be ever so dangerous. And Winterfox don't have anyone to really combat that AWP. You can see Invert going out SL at the moment, trying to get that pick.
And I think on a map like Train, the Famous buy is the most risky buy for me because it helps you on that second round, but unless you can upgrade it and essentially waste your money on that rifle, you're left exposed on the third round of the game because those AKs and AWPs are going to be so much more powerful over range than your Famouses. But as it stands, Lex is just going to put some spray down through that wall into the SL room up the top there as Ruru scopes out the Vines area. Ivy, as it's called in North America, but Ivy/Vines is being a similar area on the map. Twists, the young protege, just biding his time there in the toilet area and just keeping the bomb nice and available.
This is something that we've noticed from AGG, at least in the last couple of days of watching them, where they've been quite slow and methodical in terms of their approach to most of their gun rounds, but crucially, where they've had some troubles has been really in their execution and their composure in late round situations. So whilst there's a minute 50 or a minute 55 on the clock, it's been those last 30 seconds that have been the danger time, and that's the time we're entering into now.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be something pretty quick now from AGG as the clock hits 30 seconds and will tick rapidly down towards 0 now, and the pressure will come on to AGG. They're going to have to make a move out here now. The outside bomb site's their target, but there's only 20 seconds left to make their way into the bomb site and get the bomb down. It will be Twists, the youngster, picking up a double headshot into XB3 and Lex. Great work by him, and the bomb will go down. So great composure there shown by AGG as Ocean picks up one as well onto Desi, but Flowsick replies with the double, and he's stuck in a 2 versus 1 here.
That's right, you can see he's just moving his way around. The bomb train does get spotted out by one, but I like this crossfire here that the terrorists have set up. You can see Invert and Els well positioned to defend the bomb, and in the end, it is Invert who gets that frag with the AWP at close range, but really seals the deal for what was quite a, I guess, cohesive and decisive attack there onto that outside A bomb site with not much time left, as you pointed out. They did a fantastic job of getting those frags quickly and, more importantly, gaining that map territory and pushing up very, very fast, because you can only help but feel if they took too long or if they dawdled a little bit, they could have been in a world of pain. But as we saw, great round by them.
Yeah, and that was all twists for me. He opened that round up with a double headshot, and that pretty much sealed the fate of Winterfox, because once you get the bomb down outside and have that man advantage, there are so many positions to hide at for the post-plant position. So great entries there by Twisters. Lex once again pushes with this FAMAS up onto the mid-train, and we'll try and spot out some information angle with that smoke down at Ivy, and he's just perusing the map, trying to find the nearest terrorist and put some pain on him. But at the moment, AGG doing a fantastic job of staying nice and disciplined and not giving away anything too early. But you just wonder, how often can they make this work? If they're going to wait till 30 seconds left every round to try and make something happen, it's going to be a pretty uphill battle, and they're going to have to really back themselves to get into these bomb sites with such small amounts of time left on the clock. But one thing they're doing really well at the moment is conserving utility. So you can see still 3 smokes and a Molotov and an array of flashbangs there left for the team AGG players to get into what looks like to be the inside bomb site at this point. Lex, it's got some good information, but right now it'll be the flashes and smokes coming on the inside bomb site, and Invert tries to spot one out over the top of the smoke, but Winterfox not giving away the pick there. Lex has spotted one out, and unfortunately he just got the bad end of some timing there before Twist is able to open up onto Desi. Ruru taking down Lex. So as quickly as this round progressed in the inside bomb site, Team AGG just doing a fantastic job, but Flowsick replying nicely onto 2 members of the AGG team. And now Ruru goes down to Angus, so it's a 2 versus 3, and I think Winterfox should be saving, but they're still going to go for it, and it's going to be all on now XP3, and he's going to try and get away with his gun intact, and once again, beautiful round there by AGG.
I mean, I love the execution, but I also just want to give a massive shout out and point out how clever that play was from Invert just then. You saw him on the low ramp. Now, he would have heard 2 counter-terrorists, 2 members of Winterfox, very, very close to the bomb, and I think some players might have been tempted to step out, try and make a frag or 2, but relying on the communication from one of his teammates, that I think it was Lex on that outside bomb site, who had yet to rotate. You could see him just waiting for that rotation, picked off the CT con member, and that really allowed them then to focus their forces just on that one choke point. And
as a blueprint, Nick, we've seen Winterfox play so defensively on every map as their ethos behind the way that they play their CT side. So very defensive-minded team. And I think on a map like Train, there's just too many areas to take and too many areas to defend this slowly. They need to get aggressive and take some breathing space away from Team AGG if they're going to make it work. But Ruru opens up onto Angus, so brilliant start there, and they show no signs of slowing down here as Els picks up, tries to pick up a kill, but it'll be Flowsick onto Ruru. So now it's a 4 versus 4, but still heavily favoured with the AGG team as they move in towards inside.
Yeah, Flowsick with a new lease on life. It looked as though all that spam above SL was connecting, so I'm not sure how he actually survived, but he'll take that. Actually has an AK as well to boot. So at the moment, we find ourselves in a 4-on-4. You can see that the bomb will get planted, this time with a little bit more time left on the clock. So a little bit less pressure on AGG to really convert on this inside bomb site. But having said that, there is pressure now because Flowsick and Desi, they both grabbed a frag apiece. We find ourselves in a 2-on-2, make it what is now a 1-on-2. So Winterfox there really turn around in this situation. But that Molotov could seal the deal there, as in the end, it's going to prevent the defuse, I think, Pete. And poor old Flowsick realizes that in the end. There is enough time, unfortunately.
I think he'll still get that, but he was so lucky then. He tried to get on the edge of that Molotov and just try and tap the bomb to see if he could get in a little earlier. It's burned him down to 1 HP from 17, so he's taken 16 damage before he's able to exit that Molotov and come away with the round victory there, and a much-needed change of momentum there for Winterfox as they move on to 3-2, but ominous signs here for Winterfox as once again Invert picks up that AWP, and he's been fantastic with it so far. But I guess for me, AGG here pushing the envelope a little bit by force buying with the Galil and the Tech 9. I'm not sure that they really had to push this hard at this point. They looked really good with their full cavalry there, the smokes, the flashes, the Molotovs, taking bomb sites late in the round. So with that strategy working for you, I'm not sure why you'd force buy into a round like this, but nevertheless, they will try and make it work.
Yeah, I think they're just really mindful of the fact that Winterfox themselves don't have much money. Obviously, they just won that round by the narrowest possible margin, a 1-on-1 with 1 HP for Flowstick there. So if potentially AGG could get this round win on the board, it would reset the economy of Winterfox. You can see, like you said at the moment, just sticking to what's been at least working for them somewhat in the recent rounds. Taking a very slow, methodical approach to this. You can see that at the moment, Invert has that orb, but for me, I don't like what he's doing with it, because really, he's not doing anything with it. He's just holding back at team main and really setting up for smokes now. He never was given an opportunity to go for an early frag. You've got him now watching Vines or Ivy. Complete waste for me, Pete, as they execute onto the outside bomb side.
And it will be XP3 taking down Ocean as well. So great start to the round here for Winterfox as they look to solidify this CT side. And as you can see, the firepower just not being there for the AGG boys, unable to even get out of T-Con. And that questionable force buy has really backfired on them now as they're forced into an eco. But just want to point out that whilst Invert's done a fantastic job with that AWP thus far, XP3 cannot be counted out on any level. The French import doing it regularly for Winterfox with the AWP, I think, along with, I guess, Anger, who's had a couple of standout games as well in terms of dropping huge amounts of kills. XP3 has been the most consistent player in Winterfox, and he pulled a round out for them there. And now we see this eco coming in from AGG, and they'll make their way into inside, and this should be a pretty fun round for a couple of members of the Winterfox side if they're able to hold on here. And it will be Desi picking up one, but he's got slammed down to 15 HP, and he'll make his way down the ladder and just smoke off that top ramp area. Nice defensive play here by Desi. Doesn't want to give his gun away and chooses not to take on another gun battle, but he'll be forced to choose something here, and he will get a second from long range. So good round there and good discipline from Desi as Anger does what he needs to do and picks up a double, but the bomb will go down again. So Team AGG, whilst they got absolutely wrecked that round, ultimately it's a win for them because they've got the bomb plant, and they'll really feel confident about that round. They feel as though inside's working pretty well for them.
Well, that's right. I mean, if you only look at the scoreboard, of the 5 rounds that Winterfox have won, 4 of them have come via defuse. So it's really, just reiterating the fact that AGG are able to get into the sites, albeit even on eco rounds themselves. But we can see at the moment, I like this start from Winterfox. Obviously 5-2, the scoreline itself is positive, but a trend that we've seen in the 3 counterpit matches in which they've played so far, they have lost the first map on every BO2 so far. They've been forced to come from behind, and obviously they can't afford to do that tonight. They must win 2-0. They must keep their hopes alive, but at the moment, they've come out strong. They're really making it work for them now. They're in a good position here. They've got a lot of economy to boot. You can see that really they're controlling the pace as well. I think that forcing AGG to play quite slow suits the game style of Winterfox, so I think they'll be really happy with their position at the moment.
Yeah, there's something that, I mean, as someone who always liked to play Train as CT as a player when I played in my career, on CT side, Train is the one map where you can't really pay attention to how many bomb plants the other team's getting. Because of the power of the smokes in CSGO and the narrowness of the choke points and the number of choke points, it's actually very easy to get a plant on Train. It's very hard to defend the plant. So it sort of makes sense that this is the case, but Desi opening up there onto Ruru and onto Twist before Ocean will pick up one, and Flowstick will reply and get the bomb down. And now Anger, you see, fighting someone in SL. He will bink him down to red HP. I think he's on about 5 as Els gets back up that ladder. And AGG here really need to change up the tempo and get something going a little bit quicker, because at the moment, Winterfox is just winning that waiting game.
That's right. You can see though, Invert, he's having his way. He's actually turned this into a 2-on-2 off the back of those 2 frags. So look out. They're not done yet. Having said that, his teammate has gone down. So he'll need to get another double if he's to win this round. Can't quite connect there. And XP3, the Frenchman, like you said, probably the most consistent player that we've seen from XP3, from Winterfox, I should say, does in the end close out that round. But consistency is important for me because it's something that Winterfox have been struggling with. I think you only look back at their recent results, their main firepower in the team, it's probably fair to say it's XP3, it's Desi, it's Anger. And those guys, they haven't necessarily been showing up all at the same time. And I think that's led to some of the inconsistent results and disappointing results that we've seen.
Yeah, in some instances, they haven't shown up at all. We've seen such good maps from the likes of Anger and Desi in parts, but then the next map, we don't even barely call their name as casters. So, you know, there's so many 1-1 draws in this CounterPit series so far in the North American district that Even though Winterfox are up 6-2 now, this series has such a long way to go, and of course so much on the line for Winterfox, the gaming house in Chicago and their sponsorship dreams. Who knows, may rest on the laurels of what happens in this game, but nevertheless, they're up 6-2 now and they're doing what they need to do, but unfortunately, Els has got the first one before Flosick will get a double, so Flosick really showing up when required here for Winterfox. He's already sped along to about 15 kills. He's on 13 and 3 rather, so 13 kills for Flosick in just 9 rounds. He's getting it done, but for me, AGG really need to switch up the pace here and get something going quick out T-Con, quick out Ivy, getting out small ladder room very quickly and putting a lot of pressure on the Winterfox guys early on in the round.
Well, that's right. I mean, at the moment, Winterfox don't look like a team that has not won on train before in the past 4 months. We said in the pre-game they were 0-7 coming into this match under the Winterfox banner, but at the moment they're having it all their own way, and you're starting to question why haven't they had success? And I think that's in part due to the fact that AGG, we're seeing the same thing from them every round, and we're starting to become a little bit critical of it because they're not mixing up the tempo. They're just really winding down the clock at the beginning of the rounds without taking much initiative. Sometimes you see teams who like to wind down the clock, such as Na'Vi as an example. That's a team that lots of people will be familiar with. A key to their gameplay is that they actually put a lot of pressure onto a lot of the different choke points early on to make sure that the CTs are wasting their utility, that they're a little bit nervous, that they're a little bit on guard. But at the moment, look at Winterfox. They still have 4 Molotovs. They've got about 6 flashes between them as this time is going down. So AGG essentially are doing absolutely nothing with this time at the moment. And as they lose Ruru there to an aggressive push from Anger, it's all too easy.
Yeah, Ruru getting taken down there by a timely push from Anger, able to take control of Ivy. But as you said, there's just not a lot of aggression being showed. And as we love to say, Nick, the aggressor often wins out on these sorts of situations where if you're the one taking the initiative and really forcing those gun battles where you want them at the times that you want them, rather than letting the opponents dictate which gun battles you want to take, often the team that is the aggressor will come out on top in these situations, and certainly that is the case this round as Anger takes down Ryu and Desi takes care of Twists. So a difficult 3 versus 5 will become a 2 versus 5, now a 1 versus 5, now a none versus 5. So clean sweep there for Winterfox and a great round for their money.
One of the easiest adjustments that I would always suggest, obviously from my playing career as an in-game leader, was if I'm a team such as AGG that likes to play slow on train, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But the adjustment that I would make is I would always encourage my team to at least take control of those B brown halls very early on in the round. It's very low risk. And what it does mean is it forces those CTs to at least play 2 members inside. They get a little bit nervous and then can still slow down the tempo accordingly. But at the moment, they're just content to hold in the white halls and not do that.
Yeah, but finally we see some aggression here from AGG before, the clock ticks down before a minute, and already Ruru being able to take out 1, but Flosick and Anger, they're teaming up onto Ocean and Ruru before Twist is able to pick one up. XP3 chiming in onto Twist. Anger picks up a double, nay a triple in the round, so the aggression not really working either for Team AGG, but it wasn't pure aggression. It was a start-stop style aggression where they didn't do a lot early on in the round and then busted out sort of with a little resources used. So it's better from them, but again, we just like to see something really aggressive where it's just guns blazing.
And it's also a semi-aggressive play on the 11th round. What we're talking about is now that Winterfox are so comfortable, they're warmed up, they've got so much utility, they're feeling at ease at the moment, so they're ready for it at the moment. You want to be doing it earlier on. You can see, though, one of the players here, Ruru, actually swindling out. Of course, Team AGG are on eco, but he has actually done a fantastic job of hiding and seek to find his way towards that bomb train. Anger eventually does put him down and say that I am the champion of this game, but his teammates moving towards inside, and I think Winterfox have a pretty good read on this at the moment with 2 members there, Flosick and Desi, and both of their eyes pinned on the low ramp. So as the T's casually, and casually is the optimal word, straight down low ramp, they actually make the frags work for them. So complete opposite, I guess, outcome to what anyone would surely have expected in that situation. We can find ourselves now in a 3-on-3, make it a 2-on-3 here, and Winterfox are just cleaning up. They even had the time to shoot themselves in the back, and they still make it look that easy. And in the end, Lex will get that final frag and the defuse. And Winterfox, in a must-win situation, find themselves now on 10 rounds in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, the hold there for Winterfox wasn't particularly outstanding inside, but once again, you can see how easy it can be to get that bomb down and how hard it can be to actually defend the bomb plant, because once that bomb goes down inside especially, there's literally 3 places you can hide. You can hide behind the low ramp train, the high ramp train, or the bomb train. And if you've if you're down in numbers, so like Team AGG was then, it was a 4 versus 5 going into that, they're going to have to commit all of those numbers into taking the bomb site and trying to get the bomb down. So it was predictable that they would be in those positions. Now as Els finds his way out mid, takes down dangerous XP3, so that AWP not being put to good use, but don't worry, Desi has an AWP and he makes it work onto Twist, so a 1-1 trade there for Winterfox against AGG, and now Desi will fall back like he's done so well. He's controlled those brown hoods beautifully, but AGG have really done nothing to take it from him either, so he's just taking what he's being given, and what Anger's been given is a couple of easy kills out mid every single round. The flashes aren't there, the smokes aren't there for AGG, and now, I guess, having commented earlier on Winterfox being 0-7 on this map, it really shows that even though they're not really productive on this map, it's completely different when you're versing a team that has no idea on the map. It's clear at this point, AGG being such a new roster, that they're really struggling for ideas, and they're settled into the same thing every round, and Winterfox have picked up on the monotonous playstyle of AGG.
Yeah, let's be real, because of course FGB was actually in the SKDC roster until actually only about a week or two ago, so they've only introduced Ruru a short while ago, so obviously they're going to be TD issues. We've seen some fantastic play from them so far in this competition. They've already taken a map of both of their opponents in the form of Enemy and Splice so far, so they do have a lot of talent, but certainly at the moment you can see that they are struggling a little bit. They have opted to try and mix up their plan of attack here, actually coming out the Ivory, and they do get the drop there onto Lex, so good work. They now find themselves in a 3-on-3, and actually with the position that they've got, this is a good opening to this round. You can see Flowsick, he wants to prevent the plant, but can't quite do it, but in the end, Desi actually takes down Anger, so we find ourselves now in a 2-on-1 situation, and Desi has a lot of explaining to do, as in the end, Invert does take him down, and Anger, I think he'll be channeling a little bit of that emotion at the moment.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy there. Desi just AWPing him in the side or the back. We're not sure exactly how that kill unfolded, but nevertheless, he went down, and Anger seriously has issues there with Desi that round. But nevertheless, AGG will finally pick up their third round, and they really needed that, Nick.
The worst time to TKP is when you're actually in a gaming house next to each other.
Well, yeah, they've got no space or separation from each other, so they can just look across the room and give a little sly grin and say, mate, what was that about? We need to win these 2 maps back to back. We can't afford to have you just taking down our own players. But as it stands now, AGG will look towards this inside bomb site and just try and make this work. But I like this because they've used all of them. They're going to use all of their resources to get into this B bomb site. The smokes and the flashes will come in. They'll make their way down low. And Flowsick once again is going to pick up a double and the bomb. So brilliant work there. He almost gets a third as well before Desi able to just support him from on top of that oil train. He'll pick up one. The bomb will go down. But once again, you see the problem with DE Train is the fact that once the bomb goes down, there's nowhere to hide. Invert gets taken down there by Anger, and it's 11-3. And that spells real danger here for AGG moving into the last round because they will have no money.
Yeah, they're in big trouble here, aren't they? You can see the score now, 11-3, and really hope's starting to dwindle away here for this new team, Apparition-Game. They have called a tactical pause, Pete, but really? Yeah, it's a bit late.
Really?
A bit late, you would have thought. Maybe about perhaps 20 minutes ago when they were really starting to struggle.
He could have put pressure on, but I think it's the complete lack of pressure on any choke point that's really cost them, because whenever they've gone to take a choke point, if they've done so aggressively at the start of the round, they've often come out with a kill or a trade. And all they need to do at that point is they can slow back down into their slow, methodical bomb site takes after some initial aggression. And you pointed out earlier that Na'Vi were one of the best exponents of this, whereby they took the fight early and made the CTs use resources and maybe commit to positions they wouldn't normally commit to before then slowing it down and doing their thing at their own tempo.
Yeah, because let's be real, the pressure was on Winterfox and still is as they come into this matchup tonight. They must win 2-0, but from an AGG perspective, they're not applying any pressure themselves. They're making it so easy for Winterfox. I think Winterfox are probably sighing a deep breath of relief at the moment because this is exactly what they would have liked. It's really warming up the players right now, and off the back of that, curious tactical pause. We'll see what AGG have in store for this last round. At the moment, though, Pete, looks like nothing different.
They've taken a tactical timeout with 1 round to go and then run the exact same strat they'd been running for the previous 14 rounds by the looks of things. So I'm not exactly sure what they discussed. I'm sure it was really interesting and they were all really into the conversation. It's like, hey guys, let's do this. You know, I've got all these good ideas, but at the end of the day, they've come out with a carbon copy of the previous 14 rounds, as far as we can tell, just dispersing themselves along the map, not putting pressure on anywhere in particular. Even Twist's walking back towards spawn at this point.
And look at the position. If we can look at the overlay here, Desi, like we're saying, I mean, he's the sole inside defender at the moment. There's no pressure on him at all, and you can see all 4 CTs. Lex, XP3, Flowsick, Anger, they're just able to really set themselves up well. They've got 3 choke points to contend with outside, and there's 4 of them there to defend it. And just as this attack comes in, they're going to be so well fortified.
This is going to have to be something special here from AGG, as they're going to make this work against 4 counter-terrorists standing in that outside bomb site, ready to get some kills. And of course, XP3 opening up there onto Els, so not a great start to this one for AGG, and they'll still try and get at T-Con, but that won't work. Lex getting the bomb down, taking down Ocean, but Invert picks one up, so all hope is not lost yet for the AGG team, as Invert and Ruru go to work there, picking up 4 out of the 5 kills in quick succession. And now it's left on Desi to try and make this work, and he does pick up the first one, so now it's a 1 versus 2, but he does get slammed down. Oh no, Desi! AGG, oh my goodness, more like OMG in that round. They absolutely let that one slip. Desi with a huge play coming out of small ladder room and getting all 3, but that's a round completely gone begging for Team AGG after I was about to give him so much praise for making that tactical timeout work. They've just gone and thrown that to the wayside and let Desi latch on to 3 headshots there and close out the round. And the half, 12-3 for Winterfox.
Oh, and absolutely ripping the heart out of that team there in AGG. They're going to be absolutely, I guess, shattered with the way in which that round unfolded. Of course, Desi, I mean, former iBuyPower member, former Nihilum member, has a lot of pedigree, a lot of top-tier teams in which he's played for in the past, and he's just absolutely just shattered the hopes of all AGG fans out there. As Apparition's got game, it's not looking like that at the moment. We can see on the second half, Winterfox here well-positioned, XP3 the captain and in-game leader, or the captain is actually Lex, so I should correct myself there. In-game leader at least has some utility grenades in hand, and Pete looks as though an A attack is on the cards as they do move their way down this hill.
Yeah, it's going to be Winterfox trying to make this outside bomb site take work, but it's the CTs are pretty good positions to defend this one, but that smoke's a great one from the T's, shutting out that mid-con area, but Ruru will hopefully find one, and he does, so the round is still alive, 4 versus 3 for AGG, but Flowsick is in such a great spot here now. He's got up that ladder and can make it very difficult for the rest of the team to find him, but Ruru does actually take him down, and now that's the 3rd kill for Ruru, so he's put up good resistance, but it's not over yet. It is now, as Els take down XP3, and to say that AGG needed that is an understatement of epic proportions, but now that they've got that round, hopefully they can get their young guns rolling. And something I do want to point out, Nick, is that whilst all the experience is on the Winterfox side, you've got players like Anger, Flowsick, XP3, Desi. They've all played top-tier CS for so long. These guys in AGG are great up-and-coming talents. And the thing about that is they will be hot and they will be cold. So it's, can you ride out those periods where they're not going well and put forward enough of a hot streak so that when you do get it together, how many rounds can you get off in a row for Team AGG? They've managed 1, and it'll be this B bomb site, and not 2 players there for AGG defending this, but it'll be down the low ramp, and hopefully an eco saw here for AGG for their sake, at least, as Invert picks up 1, and Els gets the bomb before he'll spray down a second. Lex picking up Els, but it's all elementary, my dear Watson, as Invert picks up the last 2 and ends around 12-5 in favour of Winterfox, but AGG on a bit of a spurt.
You're exactly right when you talked about the importance of momentum for an up-and-coming team, but for me, that's where something like a tactical pause really comes into its own element, because I think that for a team that can really be a great mental reset, it could be a nice break from the action, but what we saw from them in the first half was that they really did not to use it until that last moment, which was a complete waste, but seemingly since then, they put up some better rounds, even though they didn't win that last round of the T half. It got down to a 3-on-1 in which they should have won. Now they've come out the stronger on the CT side, so potentially for a young team, a few things still to learn and take away from this match. You can see that Winterfox have fully invested into the round off the back of getting that plant on that pistol, and at the moment, Lex has taken a little bit of damage, but they're quite content to split up their forces, but clearly with a lot more purpose and intent. You can see both Lex and XB3 applying early pressure towards Ivy, keeping Ocean interested and also keeping 4 members on the outside bomb side. But really, it was all a distraction as Flowstick does get the frag onto Els and Pete. They now will swarm surely onto this B side as they now regroup.
And Invert's going to have to do a massive job here, being the sole person left on this inside bomb site to try and hold on to this round for AGG, as Winterfox will get the bomb down with no casualties as yet. Desi takes down Invert, and this should be a runaway round for Team Winterfox here. Beautiful play. The difference is going to be, for me, the fact that Winterfox was so aggressive in taking that Brown Halls area. You made comment previously on the fact that AGG had not gone in any lengths to try and take Brown Halls, which was a very easy part of the map to take. So by taking control of Brown Halls, Winterfox opened up that round. They've done what AGG couldn't do, and AGG Ocean, more like Ocean Spray there, loving his cranberries. So the juice is loose, and AGG will go down 13-5, and yeah.
You were so excited yesterday when you realised that you were getting the opportunity to cast AGG because you've been lining up all these Ocean puns. So I'm glad to see that it's actually coming to a fruition for you. Fantastic job there with the Ocean Spray reference. But in any case, Winterfox, they're having their way. And like we said, I think they moved with that purpose. You could see them faking off Ivy at the start and then moving with a lot of cohesion towards that big bomb side and doing a fantastic job of making those trade frags and making it happen for them. You can see that from an AGG perspective, they're now forced to eco. And unfortunately for them, that's going to give Winterfox a leg up here, push them towards that 14th round. And for a team that's in a deal or die situation, like we said, they must win 2 maps 0-0 tonight. So this was so important for them to get off to a hot start. Flowstick there with the nice frag onto Els and everything going their way at the moment. Cool, calm, and collected.
Winterfox really showing their experience here, and I guess their depth of different, the diversity of what they can do on T side, as the whole of AGG will make their way inside to try and take down the player Desi, who's in there fighting them. But unfortunately for Team AGG, it's only Desi outside at the moment, as they've bitten on that fake pretty hard, and Desi has an opportunity here to just clean up a number of kills as he connects with Ocean there. So nice little snap to the head there for Desi, and Lex will fake the plant out pretty smartly actually, because they hadn't cleared the trains just yet, but now Lex feels pretty comfortable, and that bomb will go down for Winterfox, pretty much solidifying this round, moving them on to 14. But the one bright hope here for Team AGG is that they're so young and so talented, and I find that the younger the player, the shorter the memory. I mean, elephants never forget and they live forever, but generally speaking, when you have a super young, talented player, you think sometimes when they're on, 0 for 10 or maybe a very low-scoring game, they're not doing particularly well, they can bounce back ridiculously fast. If they have one round that gets them going, it's just like giving candy to a baby sometimes, and they wake up and start fragging in a massive way. So even though Winterfox looks so dominant in this map, how many times have we seen in this CounterPit season in North America a team look so dominant in map 1 and then just look completely opposite on map 2?
To put it in perspective, this is now the second last night of CounterPit. We've played a lot of matches up until now. Only on 2 occasions have we seen a 2-0 series win. That resilience and that ability from those American teams, more so than perhaps our Australian teams as we saw in our own regional qualifiers, that ability to bounce back and really take that second map despite perhaps getting a bit of a shellacking on the first map has been really incredible and impressive to see from some of these teams. So certainly from an AGG perspective, they can still look forward to what they can bring next map. But you can see, at least from their perspective, all hope is not lost yet, but certainly you'd only have to think they're so close to Death's Edge at the moment. They find themselves now 14-5 down, and Invert already taking some damage to start the round. Again, that pressure being applied. You could see them moving towards, sending a few members from Winterfox down towards Ivy very early on. Now they're moving back. They've already got Brown Hall's control. I mean, 1:15 left on the clock. We didn't see this from AGG until about 35 seconds left. And you can see the pressure, and I think AGG really, that uncertainty at the moment coming out from the CT side as they don't know which way to look.
And Invert here is going to have to go massive once again, because the T's are congregating in those Brown Halls as they have taken control of them, which again is so important on train, because the CTs are then left guessing what's left in Brown Halls. The smokes will come down, completely blocking off Invert. He'll take a pot shot through the smoke, but there's no one to be seen there for him. But Els will pick up Desi, so a decent start to the round, and now Invert will try and spot one out. He will find Flow6, so a great kill there. This will keep the game alive, hopefully, here for Team AGG as Invert makes his way down past the oil train. And Lex doing a great job here of just staying in a good position, but he will go down from Ruru, and one player left. It is XP3, but he shouldn't have much chance to win this for his team. There's a 4 versus 1, and they know exactly where he is. Invert should stick the bomb here and comfortably win this round under some cover fire from his teammates. But XP3 gets a double. And even though he doesn't win the round, that's horrible, horrible economic damage there for AGG. They needed to just let XP3 make a play there and come out for the bomb and then just kill him. They didn't need to push up there and lose their guns, because now you can see this round is just important as the last, and they've got nothing to work with again.
That's right, you can see them at the moment. They're still in spawn, trying to, I guess, balance the books at the moment as they work out who can afford what. You can see both Invert and Els really going without much in the way of utility at the moment, so real big misplay there as they lost 2 members almost needlessly. Great work by XP3. I mean, he brings a lot of passion, a lot of intensity to the game as an in-game leader. I had the privilege of speaking with Ferg, one of his ex-teammates, back in Atlantine when he played in France, and really was raving on and on about how great he is as an individual and a teammate to have, and in those sort of situations really show his experiences. He did get 2 extra frags that perhaps he shouldn't have, but as the GoTV lags a little bit, the frags have gone down. We find ourselves now in a 3-on-2 situation. Winterfox here, backs against the wall, but you have to tell that to Desi. I'm not doing that because he's still out to frag. He does drop Twist there, and Anger does get taken down, so it will mean that Desi has to get these last 2 frags. But Pete, from what we saw in him in the first half, I'm not counting him out. He's moving around behind the cutout at the moment, trying to catch them on guard. Spots out Ruru, takes him down. Brutal headshot there, and he now has time to play with 45 seconds left, and has a suspicion, I think, that Els could be needed by, because that bomb has been down. The CTs would have communicated that, and I think Desi's just on the lookout at the moment. He's on the ladder, does spot him, jumps off the ladder there, and does get tagged down a little bit. More crucially, he has the information as to that positioning of Els, and now moves around towards the T-con, and Els whiffs his shot, and Desi punishes him into the ground, and a great 1-on-2 there, and a triple kill for Desi. 15-6 Winterfox. They're on that edge now of getting that first map, and really taking that step forward in terms of what they had to do tonight, and that was a 2-0.
Yeah, and for me, just then, you saw the difference between a player with really bad average movement and a player with great in-game mechanics. Desi there, even though it looked like Els wasn't particularly good with his aim there, it was the movement of Desi in and out of those trains, as I'll get back to this in a second, as the Winterfox guys decided to take outside by force, and they will pick up 2 kills almost instantly before the reply comes in from Twist, and he picks up an AK, so the young player's going to have to go massive here. He picks up a double before Flow6 trades him out. Now it's a 2 versus 1 to save the game. Desi finishes it off. It's 16-6. GG, well played. Winterfox, they buck the trend, so to speak. They pick up a map win on train, and AGG are left licking their wounds. But once again, I'll just finish off my point quickly. Desi there showing how great of a difference movement can be to a player. He manipulated those trains beautifully. He was bobbing up and down the ladders. Once Els got a shot on him, he wasn't able to get a clean shot, and then his position was found out, and Desi stepped quickly and took him down. So whilst it wasn't the best play by Els, Desi there really showing what a player with great movement can do. Nevertheless, Winterfox dreams of going to Croatia stay alive, Nick. They got 1-0, and the second map will be Mirage. And we hope to see a much tighter contest here for AGG.
Certainly. Let's just take a moment of silence just to admire what is the first map win here for Winterfox on train in about 4 months' time. So a piece of beauty it was. And actually, it's a really comprehensive victory. It's almost you're left wondering after watching that how they've struggled to get a win on the map in the past, and that they have. So great play by them. But I can't help but, I think, feel that it was probably more so a reflection on AGG. I think that they were really almost lost, it seemed to be. That's probably the key word that I'll use there on the terrorist side. There wasn't much coming of them. And it wasn't just the fact that they were playing slow. We've seen that work time in and time out, but it was the fact that they weren't really moving with much purpose and doing much with that clock when they were playing slow. We saw it was really just hold and spawn nearly until about 35 seconds left on the clock, and then execute and hope for the best. But they weren't putting any pressure on Ivy. They weren't putting pressure on Brown Halls. It was just hoping that Winterfox would push and make a mistake. But Pete, from what we've seen, we know that Winterfox don't play like that.
And for me, after watching that game of Winterfox on train, I can see how they would not win a game on train. Even though they were successful this map against